he's going to run back down to the basement.
Cheryl's just going to look a bit stunned at the moment.
There is no bone saw, as it were, within the basement. Potman spends a few minutes searching.
Alright.
There's like a saw if you want to be a lumberjack.
Which would probably be worse than just cutting it off with the axe.
On the bright side, shock should knock her out if she.
You know, bones are pretty tough.
If she survives.
No,
you don't say the femur is tough.
You're going to want to not prop that leg up. You're going to want to just separate them.
Yep, this awesome observation was brought to you by the Zombie Master.
Okay, well, Potman's going to set to work. Tell me the roll.
Alright, I'm not going to have you make an attack roll for this. The first thing I want you to make is a simple willpower test for me, Aaron.
It's simple. Doesn't that double your,
It is double.
Yeah, so it's a 7 instead
And
of
it's a
6.
7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, Eugene can't... He can't. He lifts the axe. He knows what's happening. He's determined. He can't bring that down on her. What if she does die? He's gonna have that on him for the rest of his life.
Give me the axe.
Potman gives him the axe.
No.
Eugene, get something ready to cauterize it. Even if you can't do the swing, just get ready to help.
This does allow Eugene to try to focus on more of the medicinal things instead of...
Trusty Tony is not...
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, all right, I'll get to it. Yeah. Of course, Potman is also aware that he was the strongest person here, and that this won't be as clean of a cut now.
Nope.
All right. You guys gonna keep the lights very dim, or are you gonna turn them on for this?
Turn them on.
Turn them on for this, at least in the room where we're working.
All right, thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Well, Trusty Tony does not need an attack roll, nor does he need a willpower test. He has Nerves of Steel. I will say, though, for the purposes of trying to determine how many cuts this will take, though, go ahead and make an attack roll anyway with a plus, even with the called shot, we'll say a +4 bonus.
So it's dexterity plus 4.
Yeah, and we'll say no penalty even for not having this trained.
Okay.
And the more important part is probably the damage for this. Which will be a d8 times your strength +1. Because you're two-handing it. Oh wait, no, that's for a baseball bat. I've got no clue what an axe is.
Go ahead and... Let me go ahead. This is like a slashing weapon for the purposes of like targeting a leg. We're going to go ahead and say that no need to roll the damage is required. You would be able to do enough damage to sever the leg. And with that success, we'll say... yeah, Trusty Tony's fucking got nerves of steel. Now, Eugene has no proper medical training. He is working with improvised tools here at best. We're attempting to stop shock as well as possible death setting in. I'm going to have you make a D10 plus your intelligence, and we're going to have that subtracted at a minus... Yes, say we're going to pre-pre desired at a -4.
Does the weed at all help?
No.
Okay.
All it would help with is Cheryl being okay with this, and by okay I mean less scream.
Success or failure, Cheryl's still going to have to make some constitution thingy here, but this will help determine the extent of how rough that roll might be.
And of course, Potman's ready with all the everything.
You're
You
rolling,
literally
Potman.
have like an arm full of all this medical stuff that you barely know how to use in some cases.
Yep.
Aaron, you have to make a roll.
Yep, 1d10 plus intelligence -4.
The first aid apply?
It's helping you give a basis, but this is a medicinal thing.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be even worse.
But I suppose it will be medicine. It will be first aid if she starts dying, just to keep her alive.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay. I want you, Chris, to roll a difficult Constitution test. Now, you're pretty skilled for this. We have lots of things at only a -2 penalty.
Am I still taking the other -1, or is that already accounted for?
You'll also be taking the -1 from that, yes.
So on top of it?
On top of it, yes. So for a
Got
total of -3. 1d10.
I gotta roll a 9 or a 10. Let's do it.
Okay. For the purposes of this, we're going to say that, let's see here, let's use our rules here. We're going to say that Cheryl immediately drops down to 0 life points.
Hold that 0.
And now she's bleeding out.
Yes. See here, even if the character is dying, modern medicine, a character who fails a survival test, we're going to say that she's already done that, can be brought back to life if extensive medical help is paramedics are available this length of time. Okay. The doctor in charge performs a medicine task. We'll go ahead and wave that away. We're going to go ahead and say that to try to stabilize her in this situation, I'm going to want you to roll me a intelligence plus first aid plus 1d10.
It's up to you, Aaron. Come on, Potman.
There were no penalties?
No penalties for this one.
No pressure.
Okay, so just intelligence plus first aid.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
Go ahead
that
and
10.
roll another d10.
Oh!
Okay, that's an extra 2 points, which puts you in the 3rd level success. We're going to go ahead and say that Cheryl has been successfully stabilized. There was quite a large amount of blood loss, and you have no possible way to transfusion her at all.
Right,
But
I don't
she,
even know her blood type.
yeah, she is most certainly confirmed to be unconscious and at 0 life points, but she's not going to die as a result of the blood loss.
But she might still die of the infection.
It is a very harrowing task, with Potman trying over extensive minutes. What is Trusty Tony going to do during this process?
He has no skill in medicine or first aid, so he's just like, I'm just going to stay out of this unless he asks for my help.
Okay.
He's basically going to be the guy handing Potman things.
Yeah.
Knife, knife. No, the other knife. Oh.
Well, Potman's going to try and clean and dress the wound
Okay.
as best he can.
We'll go ahead and say that with your successes there, that's been covered as well. She's very roughed up, though, and of course, in addition to everything, she now has all of the pleasures of having that missing one leg drawback with none of the benefits.
Wait. Potman, you have metalworking. We'll make her a new leg. Out of metal.
Oh god.
And a chainsaw!
Yeah. Wait.
Thought we just put a gun in it. Go full
Place
grindhouse
with an
style.
M16.
That would actually be sweet. The problem is we took it off above the knee.
Grindhouse, you didn't see that movie? I think
Full
that's... Yeah. Whatever.
I just mean in terms of giving her any kind of actual prosthetic.
That sounds like quitter talk.
It kind of is.
It could be done, but you certainly never made a prosthetic before. It's not as if you would know the process of doing that.
Time to be a
Off the
pirate.
top of your head.
A metal pirate.
I mean, certainly makeshift things could be fashioned, but they would be simple, and they wouldn't really detract from the penalty applied to the missing one leg. It wouldn't be a true prosthetic.
Right. Potman's gonna see if he can go scrounge together something like crutches after they put Cheryl in, like, one of the not actually a beds.
Sure, that can be done. This is an old people home. Certainly he can find workable crutches.
Do we find a wheelchair?
That would be...
No wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what now, Potman?
now, I mean, we can't really go scrounging around right now unless we leave her here. I guess we wait.
But for how long is the real question.
Yes, it is.
It's about 5 in the morning by this point. Sun's still not up in the sky yet.
If she doesn't wake up sooner or later, she's gonna die anyway. We don't exactly have a feeding tube here. But,
It's fair to say, Eugene would definitely surmise she's gonna be out at least a day. She got fucked up. That was a lot of blood loss.
If she's gonna wake up, it's not gonna be today.
Well, if she's not going
Unless
to wake up today, there's really... Well, I don't want to waste the day, even though it's unfortunate that people have died. Good friends have died today. Check the nearby houses. Maybe we can find something useful.
So we're just gonna leave her here?
Kind of.
By this point that both of your characters are observant enough, you hear you're not exactly sure what the sound is. It's muffled. It seems as if it's coming from the front door. It's like some sort of clicking or ticking sound. It's pretty muffled, though. It's hard to hear.
Did you say ticking sound?
Potman just turns
it's like
slowly to look at the door.
It's like that sound.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that there's no keyhole in the door.
You mean people?
People, yep.
No,
there's a keyhole.
That's very well barricaded.
Okay. And there's no door, there's no windows to having to look over the door because this house is poorly put together.
Perhaps not the way Trusty Tony would design the house now.
No. I need to know, if anything, this house would have a windows,
Arrow slits,
cameras everywhere. Hey, Potman, go check out what that sound is. I got you covered from back.
Mr. Reckless and the paranoid guy.
Yeah, no. The reckless guy is telling the paranoid one to go check something out.
You know what, Potman? You've done enough. I'll go check it out this time.
All right.
Just have the bat or the axe or whatever ready.
Potman's gonna have the bat ready. And stand near his bike.
Okay.
Of course. So Tony's gonna get closer and keep listening.
All
Gonna
right.
try to make as little sound as possible as he crosses the living room.
Okay. As Tony gets to about there, he's noticing that the sound is getting louder, but it's definitely muffled, and that's the case because it's coming from beneath a pot.
Oh, Jesus.
Nope. Let me just say, Potman, that you don't want to open that. You don't want to move that pot.
Why?
Aidan's head's awake.
You put his head under that pot?
No, Cheryl did. And now she's over there. Without a leg.
Huh.
I mean, we could take the head and throw it outside, but
Well, I mean, it's not as if it can jump at our legs, right?
I don't know how this thing works. It's a head that's still moving.
How about you go move the pot and then run?
Looks like to Eugene the pot bounces like a centimeter or two.
Okay.
Fucking head's got ups.
Okay.
Seriously, that's a pretty impressive motion for something that
That's
only has
a
a neck.
5 dexterity head. You look out.
This could just be the paranoia talking, right?
That it could.
Tony is going to quickly grab the pot, lift it, and run.
Okay. Trusty Tony reveals a decapitated, severed head of Aidan O'Neill, still clamping down on the cigarette that he had in his mouth whenever he died. The head is considerably sunken and emaciated, but it is animated, and it is glowering in the direction of Tony as well as Eugene, with those, perhaps hungry eyes, the jaw acting, but it can't move.
Well, you just stay there and think about what you've done. How do you want to deal with this thing, Potman?
Didn't you say that when one of them notices us, they all notice us?
Maybe.
Out of character. Wasn't that one of the things he noticed?
Uh-huh.
Like with that super high roll?
I think so.
That was one of the things he said.
Who can say by this point?
That's what Tony thought.
Yeah, well, because of that, Potman's going to walk on up to the head and start
Beating it with a
pumping
baseball.
it with his baseball bat.
Okay.
'Cause-
The head is immobile, and there's no need to roll. It takes a few swings for Potman, but the head is rendered inert into a smear of blood and brain and bone.
All right, once that happens, Potman puts like a finger to his lips and goes, shh, as he listens to hear whether or not they can hear zombie sounds from outside.
Okay, you can do a roll secret. 1d10 plus perception plus notice.
Should I roll that as well?
If you would like to listen, yes, sure.
And this is pretty explicitly danger sense, right?
Yeah.
And roll secret is all one word?
Yes. You would be looking for a /R SEC or /roll secret. Okay. Well, Eugene and Tony work their heads and listen. Doesn't sound like anything immediately life-threatening. You know, you still get the rain going on outside. It's not very heavy, though. It's pretty light. And nothing's, you don't think, coming in your direction.
Okay, I think we got it quick enough.
Now what?
I don't know. I don't know.
This house is not safe.
Made
But
my
we can't
teeth
leave this
sore
house.
while clacking like that.
Now your teeth match the rest of you.
I mean, I don't think we can leave Cheryl with that priest after
Cutting her
this
leg off.
has happened.
Probably not. But we can't. If we stay here, there's a chance that we'll get surrounded.
At the same time, this is the only house that we know is definitely clear of zombies.
At least for now. Looking at
At least
Cheryl.
for now, yes. But until we can move her, or she can move herself, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I'm just a car salesman. Okay.
I mean, if Aidan were here, he'd have an idea.
Yeah. And if Cheryl were awake, she'd have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did we have to be the ones to survive? Wait.
We're shit.
Delusions of uselessness.
Okay. We're gonna get through this, Potman. We're gonna get through this. Follow me here. Cheryl's gonna be fine. We got it. You know, you and me, we got it, okay? She's a little bit worse for wear.
Right.
She'll be up and ready in like a day or 2. 2.
Maybe. Like at the earliest. I
Whatever.
mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Come on, follow me here. Good thoughts. Come on. Until that point,
Yeah,
we just can't be sitting on our asses, though. We gotta, you know, just a little worse for wear. What? No. We gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving towards our goal. If we lags behind, son.
Which was bicycles. But now one of us doesn't have a leg.
You can still ride a bicycle with one leg, I think.
I've done it.
I mean, I can ride a bike with no handlebars, but...
Ooh.
You just have to learn. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Come on. So, either one of us has to go out and explore some of the nearby houses, you know, on the off chance one of us finds a bicycle or something else. Maybe some useful equipment. Or we both go out there and hope that nothing enters the house or Cheryl doesn't die while we're not here. Those are our options right now. I don't really see us sitting on our thumbs as an option.
I mean... Here, tell you what, I'll be right back. And the Potman heads down to the basement.
He's going
to check to see what the boat is made of, if it's a fiberglass boat or made of metal or what. He's got an idea.
Wood.
It's
more like a wood skeleton. It's not really a completed structure.
Gotcha.
As a matter of fact, you have actually been taking that apart quite extensively. It's what you got to make most of the makeshift barricades at the Grimith.
Fair enough. All right, well, he's going to dig around and see if he can find anything that has, like, metal panels on it. Like, I don't know, a lawnmower or anything to that effect. He'll take parts off of the refrigerator if he can.
Nothing to that effect within the basement. He could certainly disassemble the refrigerator. It would expose the perishables contained therein.
There's not even a washing machine downstairs?
The washing machine is in the laundry room.
Oh.
He'll go get the dryer.
Okay.
He's going to take the metal panels off the dryer. Which, honestly, may still leave it functional.
Certainly, he could take some time to remove the metal panels from the dryer, yes.
And he tells Trusty Tony, I'm going to make some protection for us. Okay?
Okay. How long is this going to take?
Not too long if I can find some clamps and a hammer.
I know we have a hammer.
Yes.
I don't know if we have a metal-working hammer, though.
Any hammer will do in a pinch. It's fine.
You can get
This isn't thick metal.
You can get a normal hammer, yes. What does Eugene have in mind, Aaron?
He wants to make...
Shin guards.
Shin guards, forearm guards, and if he can, metal tips and heels to attach to the shoes.
Oh, I was hoping for pauldrons.
Pauldron. Oh god.
Fucking shoulder pads.
I am Iron Tony.
The big.
In all seriousness, he really does want to see if they can get back to that school and get some shoulder pads.
All right.
Like football gear.
So we'll say that you have enough metal to make shin guards and forearm guards for the two of you. As for the amount of time that would take, though, we'll play it by ear if you will give me a 1d10 plus your intelligence plus your craft metalworking.
Is there any assisting others in this game?
It's not a skill that you possess, so
Okay.
I would say no. You really couldn't tell anything that Eugene doesn't already know.
Yeah.
It'd be like if you're in the blacksmith shop and you're trying to help the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
And a quick question. Would actually strength apply here?
I would say your intelligence is applying more because you're trying to devise how these are going to work,
All right,
rather
fair
than
enough.
actually working to make the things.
Yeah, I got you. Because
That
the actual making it part is comparatively trivial for him.
Yeah.
I got you.
more like Lance, like looking at it, because it's not like he's made shin guards and forearm guards before. It's like, how these work so that they'll stay on me and still be effective. Yeah. Well, you are guaranteed 1 success. So Eugene is not looking at the best sort of metal here, or the best conditions, or the best tools. He's pretty stressed in the situation. He's thinking that, I mean, to properly fit them, make sure they work, they're suitable. He can take a day for his shin guards and forearm guards, and then another day for Tony's shin guards and forearm guards.
He will actually equip Tony first, because Tony's more the type of guy who would put them to use.
Yeah. But this will take him basically his working day, as it were.
All right. Well, Potman will explain. Listen, I can get you kitted out with these, and we can actually stay here. That way, we're progressing and surviving without leaving anyone behind or anyone going off alone.
Fine, you have 1 day.
1 day. 1 day, and you'll be kitted out.
Okay.
And Potman uses the day to kit him and fit him and all that.
All right.